that up there. Two bellies, one attaches to the medial condyle, the other one attaches to the ulna. They come together and then attach to the radius. And between the two travels the median nerve. And so the median nerve can get entrapped there, and then that will radiate into the hand. So that's one thing that can happen. But there's another thing that can happen here, because there's a branch of the median nerve which can sometimes branch above the peroneal arteries, sometimes it branches right between the two bellies of the peroneal arteries, and sometimes it branches below the peroneal arteries, and that's called the anterior interosseous nerve. And the anterior interosseous nerve, it doesn't have any cutaneous function, but it does innervate the pronator quadratus, which right now is not important to us, the flexor digitorum profundus of these two fingers, so that's the one that flexes the distal joint of these two fingers, and the flexor pollicis longus, which is that flexor right there. Okay, with me so far? Right. By the way, it's the ulnar nerve that innervates the flexor digitorum profundus for these two fingers, but that's not important for what we're doing right now. And so the anterior interosseous nerve can also get entrapped right in that location. So you can get the median nerve, you can get the median nerve and the anterior interosseous nerve, you can get the anterior interosseous nerve alone as entrapments here. And of course you can get none of those things, which is the most common situation, is you don't have a nerve entrapment. So we start with Tinel's test. And so it's right about in here. And so what we can do is we can do a little resisted test. And this is where you start to feel things in there. So I want you to try to do this, and I'm going to prevent you from doing it. Good. And you can feel right in there. Right in there. That's the belly. Okay. And it's even helpful if you relax your hand while you're doing it. So you're just moving your forearm. That's perfect. And then you're going to more easily feel it, because when you grasp, you're going to contract your flexors and extensors, right? So then you can find it. And so now, you just jam your thumb in there. And I want to know, does it hurt, and does it radiate into the hand? Any pain when you do that? No. Okay, good. Now, the other aspect, there's a nice smooth book there. Great, which one was it? Guyton? Mm-hmm. That's the one we took, yeah.
But the biggest one.
And it's the biggest one. We'll get back to that.
There's Vaseline on it too.
So then we do something called the pinch test. So the pinch test is specifically for entrapment of the anterior interosseous nerve. And so we're going to test to see, does he have strength in his flexor digitorum profundus, and does he have strength in his flexor pollicis longus. So I'm going to ask him to pinch a piece of paper. I'm going to try and pull it away. And so I want to see, does he have strength there? And so if he can keep it, and he's going to instruct him, I want it to look like an okay sign. Keep it that way. If he can't do that and it forms a teardrop shape, then that's the positive finding, telling me that you have weakness of your flexor pollicis longus and your flexor digitorum profundus, which could be due to entrapment of your anterior interosseous nerve, which happens at the peroneal arteries. Everybody with me so far? Okay, now we want to add motivation.
Oh.
You can hold on to it, you can keep it. That's what you tell your parents. That's motivation. Okay, and so now, hold on to it. So now, hold on tight. Now, just these two fingers. Relax that finger. Just those two fingers. So it's an okay sign as he's doing that. And I'm looking carefully, and I'm see his thumb is flexing normally. His fingers flexing normally. It's an O. It's not a teardrop, right? So that's fine. And by the way, all this time, he's fatiguing, and I know that. Because then I can trust him, and you always get your money back. It's important. Now let's hold it one more. Because I want to show you one more thing about that. And then you have to be careful not to do this. Just like when you thrust, you know, you don't want to let up before you thrust, right? We've been taught that over and over again, right? Same thing with this. Once I ripped a $100 bill. Now, by the way, it doesn't matter if you rip a $100 bill, because you just take the bank and they'll give you a $100 bill. Okay, so you're not damaging anything there. Be with me? This goes in my pocket. Pinch test. So we have Tinel's and the pinch test. Let's do one. Actually,